Hello and welcome, Grand Rapids. Thank you for joining us this evening. I'm your anchor, Josie Sabo.
And I'm your other anchor, Sean Francis. And because you are all getting busy, getting blasé about the Lions winning again, I don't know, we're delivering you the local, national, and world stories that you may have missed.
You're welcome, Grand Rapids. This is
NewsFlash. Dong ding. Over the weekend, the Writers Guild struck a tentative deal with the Hollywood studios, effectively putting an end to the 5-month writers' strike. Yeah, so shows should be coming back in roughly 18 months. However, the Screen Actors Guild is still currently on strike, and the United Auto Workers just went on strike. So if you know, those nerdy writers can write all the Super Bowl car commercials that they want, but you're not going to get Matthew McConaughey or Sam Elliott to scab for them, okay? Or the Ford employees to make the cars, so.
Fall weather is now headed our way, and it's a good time to start bundling up. Like the way Lenny Kravitz is right now. I mean, look at this. Yeah.
Wow.
Dude looks like he raided Hogwarts, all the Doctor Who's, and Taylor Swift for that bad boy.
Wow. And look out this Thursday for the harvest moon, which will also be the last supermoon of the year. And you should also probably look out for werewolf Neil Young asking you to come a little bit closer. Oh!
Tommy Brand, former state rep and 71-year-old president of the infamous Brand Steakhouse, is retiring after 51 years, which is a long time to dry age a steak. Brand has sold off the flagship location in Wyoming, presumably to collect more Blue Lives Matter flags. His sister and her son will run that location, which means the rest of the Brand clan that run the other 6 locations will have to conspire together if they ever hope to take back the Infinity Filet. Archaeologists in Texas have discovered the largest dino footprint on Earth earlier this month. I mean, okay, Texas, we all know the saying, you don't have to one-up everything.
Hey, you know what they say about big dino footprints?
No, what?
That everyone on the NewsFlash Writers team has dino dicks in their search history now because of this joke.
When asked for comment, Chris Pratt only said,
okay, interesting. The Otsego County Police would like to remind the public not to climb into outhouses after a woman got stuck in one by Dixon Lake trying to retrieve her Apple Watch. I mean, that just stinks. Just set it in. And I mean, if you ask me, this kind of sounds like a modern day sort of convoluted Aesop's fable, like the Apple Watch and the outhouse. Why would you trust me? You knew I was an outhouse when you crawled inside of me. It's a deep cut Aesop joke for any of you.
In other Apple news, Tim Cook had previously said earlier this year that Apple has a symbiotic relationship with China, which is a low-key way of saying they might be banning, is my interpretation. But now Beijing is banning government officials from owning iPhones. As a means to retaliate, Tim Cook has stopped eating egg rolls, but he can't quit the crab ragoons. I mean, he's only human.
That's true. They are good. This relationship ended quicker than Pete Davidson and Kim Kardashian. Or Pete Davidson and Ariana Grande. Or Pete Davidson and anybody. Or Taylor Swift and anybody. Or the inevitable Pete Davidson and Taylor Swift coupling that's going to cause TMZ to implode. Fingers crossed.
Or maybe this is just the second act of the rom-com and we're gonna see a tearful China running through the offices of Apple HQ to apologize for running away. They were just scared, and then Tim Cook will embrace China and their charging cables will intertwine like the Na'vi and Avatar.
We can only hope. I'd watch that movie.
You can write that fanfiction, I'll read it.
The US seized nearly 1 million barrels of oil heading for China. Surprisingly, half of it was just cooking oil. And the other half was labeled snake oil, and when they opened one, a bunch of fake snakes popped out. Prankster Tim Cook, getting back at China.
Last year, a report was published that said that 59% of female scientists who have been employed at an Antarctica research center have experienced sexual harassment or assault from a male coworker, which goes to show that even in the remote tundra, guys still need to be put on ice. I mean, this is where the thing is from, but men are still the scariest monster. I mean, they're not made of snow, but they sure are abominable.
Yeah. Material found in the ocean off the coast of Papua New Guinea has been determined to be, quote, not from this world. Ugh. Basically, scientists believe that this rock traveled light years from a star that is not our sun, plopped in the ocean, and now microscopic beads of material from another galaxy have been identified on it, growing on it. And while observing this space rock, scientists held their breath, hoping for signs of alien life forms, only for it to turn into a sponge UFO after 48 hours. So now the aliens are just, I guess, literally just throwing rocks at our windows to mess with us. Great, yeah.
Or maybe this is just them trying to kickstart their Space Beads Etsy store. Or maybe it's just kaiju poop. Either way, it only took a few days before a male scientist tried to sexually harass a space rock.
Yep. Christopher Nolan has optioned the rock's story, which is slated to be his next 70mm cinema epic, rumored to play The Rock's The Rock. Yeah. And we can talk about this because the writer's strike is open, I guess.
A man was banned from the sea for trying to cross in a human-sized, wonkified hamster ball called the hydropod. Coast Guard had to rescue him after he ran out of pellets and his drip water bottle ran empty. The Coast Guard caught him easily because he was just running in place.
Actually, and this is true, this is not the first time he's gotten in trouble for doing it. We actually reported on him doing the exact same thing in 2021. I guess around this time of year, he just gets the urge to hit the open waves, just like all the other rodents. Yep, there we go. If Reza Bellucci, that's his name, were to reattempt his Atlantic crossing, he's going to be sentenced to the only prison that could hold him. Oh, it's me again. Sorry, I didn't do this. Scientists have notified that the path just barely missing the Earth, an asteroid last week. That sentence made zero. That was terrible.
I fixed it on mine.
Yeah. So anyway, an asteroid was on path to almost hit the Earth, and it was the size, according to the scientists, of 81 bulldogs. Scientists, always with their precise measurements, am I right? Now, if you're a normal person and you're not sure exactly how big that might be, I guess the best comparison, it's similar to the size of 700 Doritos Locos Tacos.
Or 300 brand steaks.
Yeah. Or 1,000 shit-covered Apple Watches.
Or imagine 4 giant Texas-sized dino footsteps.
3 fighter jets.
2 hydropods.
And one of those Lenny Kravitz scarves. In Com News tonight, we've got improv from Girl.
We'd also like to thank our writers for NewsFlash this week, and if you want to see your name up here, you can submit your jokes to the email comedyoutletmondays@gmail.com with the subject NewsFlash Tips.
Yep, you can follow us on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. Forget about that last one. We're not ever going to post there ever again, basically. But you can watch videos of old shows, get lineups in future shows, find our submission form to put your act on our stage, and learn about other ways to get involved. And if you can't wait for that, hop up on stage during that scramble or after the show for our hour-long improv jam. Anyone can be a part of it. But now, Grand Rapids, you're welcome. Newsflash, this is Comedy Outlet Monday!